Hello children. Today in topic of motion of science subject we are going to see further of speed or related velocity, or we can say it's another physical quantity which is depending on speed or velocity. Okay, so already we know that speed is nothing but distance upon time. Distance upon time. And velocity is displacement upon time. Displacement upon time or displacement per unit time is called as velocity. Now we are going to study another physical quantity. These are all physical quantities which we are going to study under motion. Okay. So another quantity we are going to study related to velocity. But before that, let us see that the speed can also give us velocity if we are having certain changes in the speed. Okay, how? So, effect of speed on velocity. Okay, let us see what. Suppose the object is moving with 30 kilometer per hour. 30 kilometer per hour, what it is? Speed of this particular object. The object is moving, or the vehicle, your bike is going by 30 kilometer per hour. Okay. So, if after this point I change its speed, so change in speed and direction is not changed. Direction is same. So I can say there is effect on the velocity. Velocity will also change. Okay. Velocity will change if we change its speed, change in speed and direction is same. Or what I did, suppose this is continuously 30 km per hour, but if I change the direction, so speed is same 30 km per hour, but direction is changing, and first velocity will also change. Means if I change instead of speed, if I change the direction and keeping the speed same, velocity will also change. Okay. Or if both thing I am doing, I am changing its speed, it's 30 km per hour, now it is 20 km per hour, and I am changing the direction, then also there will be effect, or there will be certain change in velocity due to effect of speed. Okay. If I change speed and direction both, if we change this both, there will be definitely change. Okay. So we can say that velocity we can get from speed also. If there is particular change, what change? Either speed, either direction, or if both the things are happening, speed and direction will change, we can say velocity may also change. Okay. So now let us see now another physical quantity I already said, which is related with velocity. Velocity is nothing but change in displacement. Okay, sorry, change in displacement. Okay, so there is another physical quantity which is related to velocity, that is acceleration, and acceleration is nothing but change in velocity. Is change in velocity per unit time. Okay, per unit time means consider an object moving with 40 km per hour. Okay, so after this point, if we apply the force on this object, it will change its speed. Okay, after this point B, what I did, I applied more force, due to this what happened, the speed changes. Okay, or anything, direction can also change, speed can also change. So suppose now it is going by, instead of 40 kilometer per hour, it is now going by 50 kilometer per hour. So there is change in velocity, and suppose this we are considering for a certain time, per unit time, we are taking unit time. So that particular physical quantity which gives idea about change in velocity per unit time with respect to time, that physical quantity is called acceleration. Now this word is very common to you. Many times we use speed also. You know what was the speed of your bike, what is the speed of your car. My car is going by 40 kilometer per hour, train is going by 60 kilometer per hour. So this is the speed, which is the physical quantity which we use mostly a day, in a day. Okay, acceleration is also the word you have used lot of time. Just take an example, acceleration. We say na many times, accelerate the bike, I accelerated the bike. Now what does this acceleration means? Accelerate means, when I was using the word acceleration, you might have observed that how I did my hand I used it like this. Okay, so acceleration means, from this word only you will understand what I did. I changed the speed, I increased the speed. Okay, or I may decrease the speed also. If brakes, I have to apply brakes. If there is any speed breaker on the road, what I will do? I will decrease. And if the plain road we are having, what we will do? Increase the speed. So what I am doing? Increasing and decreasing the speed. Okay, increasing and decreasing the speed, or I can say changing the speed. The word we use, what? Acceleration. Velocity word we are not using in our day-to-day life. You will commonly see we are not using for our vehicle also, because how can we use if we want to go from one point to another point? It is not compulsorily straight, left, right, north, south, whatever we are using the word. It may go like this, 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 anyhow. Okay, so in general we are using word speed and acceleration, but actually velocity is very important for us, because it gives us the correct idea, because it gives us direction also. So acceleration does not mean only change in speed. Okay, practically we are saying increasing and decreasing the speed is accelerating or deaccelerating. Okay, but acceleration means actually change in velocity, and velocity means it will have particular direction. Okay, so acceleration is nothing but change in velocity per unit time. Okay, so when we are coming from school to home, okay, so what you have observed, do you have continuously one speed 30 kilometer per hour? No. What you do? If there is any turn, you will decrease the speed, you are changing the direction. Okay, so consider you are standing here, okay, and suppose this is your school and this is your home. You are coming out of your house, then taking left turn, again taking a curved road. Okay, so you will observe that you are changing your direction and speed continuously. Okay, many times it may happen that in certain areas you will find there were speed breakers, or there are so many other vehicles. You know that so many we are having crossings also road. So during that time it's not compulsory that you are using one type of speed. Okay, so we have calculated average speed. That average speed means what? How much in total area, means the total distance we are covering. So according to that we are finding average area, average speed. How? Suppose initially in 5 minutes I am having I am going by 20 kilometer per hour. Then I increased the speed when the road was very good, nobody was on the road. I went by 30 kilometer per hour. Then again I go by 25 kilometer per hour. Again I went by 15 kilometer per hour or 20 kilometer per hour, and at the end I come to my final destination point. Okay, so here you will come to know that the speed is changing. Okay, so what we are doing, we are getting its average. So throughout, what was the speed? Actually we are not using a particular one type of unit. Okay, sorry, one type of speed. Here also the same thing. So when you are coming up, you are going from home to school, you are continuously changing the speed or you are changing the direction. That means you are changing the velocity. When speed breaker comes, a slope is there, there will be increase in speed. And if there is a hard, if you are using bicycle, or if there is air in the opposite direction, due to air resistance also certain speed decreases. So due to this, there will be continuously change in velocity, and with respect to time, if we measure that change in velocity, that is called as acceleration. Okay, so acceleration is nothing but change in velocity per unit time. Okay, so acceleration is represented by small a. So a is equal to change in velocity per unit time. Okay, so a, suppose change in velocity. Change in velocity means this is one ball. Okay, initially it is moving by certain velocity. Okay, 20 meter per second. Okay, so when this ball is going by 20 meter per second, and after this point when I apply force, it is changing its speed, or I'll say not changing the speed in this way. What? That initially it was 20 meter per second. Okay, when I kicked the ball, it was starting was 20 meter per second. Then after some time, what will happen? After time t, okay, it becomes 10 meter per second, or in between somewhere it becomes 10 meter per second, and finally it will come to rest. So there are, here we can find there is change in velocity. This particular ball is changing its velocity. So suppose u is the initial velocity and v is the final velocity. Okay, u is the initial velocity and v is the final velocity. So there is change in velocity means a is equal to change in velocity. Change is always what? Final minus initial. Correct? Change means there is difference between two velocities. Change means difference. And how you calculate difference? Final minus initial. Okay. So hence final velocity minus initial velocity. So this is called change in velocity. Difference of velocities. And difference how we calculate? By taking final minus initial. So here we are having final velocity, initial velocity. Final velocity minus initial velocity upon time gives you acceleration. Okay. Now let us see its SI unit. Okay. So SI unit. SI unit of acceleration. What is change in velocity? So let us see, unit for velocity is meter per second, and what is unit for time? Second. So it becomes meter per second into 1 upon 1 second. This is as it is. This is numerator upon denominator, and this is correct. So it becomes meter m into 1, m, that is meter, second into second square. So SI unit for acceleration is meter per second square, or you can say meter second raised to power minus 2. Understood? So this is SI unit. Same way, what will be its CGS unit? CGS unit is centimeter per second square. Okay. So acceleration gives you idea about what is the change in velocity. See, direction can change or speed may change. So there will be change in velocity, and that with respect to time is called as acceleration. Okay, so let us see how change in velocity will give you different forms of acceleration. But before that, let us see velocity. Velocity may be positive, may be negative, or may be zero. How? See, we'll start from zero because we have taken one of the example. That's why I have taken randomly one of the problem related to zero. I think zero displacement. Okay, if displacement is zero, then definitely velocity will also be zero. We have seen this of a circular track or something, I don't remember. We have seen one of the equation, one of the problem related to that displacement is coming zero. Okay, it's initial, no, of this swimming pool. The boys, I think someone taking a swim, Raj taking a swim of 90-meter long pool. So displacement is zero, hence velocity is also coming zero. Okay, so certain cases may happen that the displacement is zero, hence velocity is zero, hence we can say velocity may be zero there. If it is increasing its displacement, or we can say if the direction or displacement is coming positive, then the velocity may be positive. And we can say that we are applying, so if the object is going in opposite direction, or the displacement we are getting its direction also opposite. By taking different problems you will come to know. At the end of the chapters we will take lot of problems related to each and every topic individually. Okay, but for making you know what is zero, how zero velocity will come, I have taken 1-2 problems in which we have seen how velocity and displacement may come zero. Okay, so zero velocity, it can have positive velocity, we can have negative velocity, because it is depending on direction also, in which direction it is going. Okay, same way acceleration may also be zero. Okay, acceleration may be negative and acceleration may be positive. How we will check? Suppose that this is the object, just now we have taken, it is moving by 20 meter per second speed in this particular direction. So velocity of this object is 20 meter per second. Okay, then at this particular point, if we apply the force on this particular object, it changes its velocity by 20 meter per second to 30 meter per second. So you can observe this is initial velocity and this is final velocity. Okay, in given time, suppose time is 2 seconds. Total time is 2 seconds. In first second it is 20 meter per second, and consider in next second it is changing its velocity to 20 meter per second to 30 meter per second. So there is change in velocity. What is acceleration? Is v minus u upon t. So what is your v? 30. U is 20 and time is how much? 2. So 30 minus 20, it comes 10 divided by 2. So your answer comes 5 meter per second square. Okay. Now let us take another case. Okay. Now here this is for case 1. Case 2 will take. We'll consider that for the same time, this is 30 meter per second. Initial velocity of this particular object was initially 30 meter per second. Then it changed to 20 meter per second. Okay. Again, A is equal to change in velocity upon time. Okay. So here final velocity V is what? 20 minus 30 upon 2. 20 minus 30 plus minus. Okay, it will become minus 10 divided by 2. So your answer comes 5 meter per second square. Okay. Now let us say that initially, third case, that initially it was going by 30 meter per second, and after time 2 seconds, same time, it is again going by 30 meter per second. So acceleration is change in velocity upon time, 30 minus 30 upon 2, because initial and final velocity is the same. So here the value comes 0 meter per second square. Okay. So you will find that here we are having positive acceleration, here we are having negative acceleration, and here we are having zero acceleration. Now positive acceleration when we are getting, this is the important point. Why I have gone through this problem? Because the important part to know is we are having a positive, negative and zero. When comes always positive acceleration? Whenever you will come to know that here final velocity is 30, initial velocity is 20, means final velocity is greater than initial velocity, then the acceleration is positive. Correct? Again I am repeating, your final velocity is greater than initial velocity. So that acceleration will be positive acceleration. Same thing. Here you will come to know v is 20, means final velocity is 20 and initial velocity is 30. So which one is greater here? Initial velocity. Then when initial velocity is greater than final velocity, then that acceleration will be negative acceleration always. Okay. And whenever final velocity will be equal to initial velocity, then acceleration will be zero. No acceleration. Okay. Or it's very simple. You are going by 20 meter per second. After time 5 seconds, again you are going by 20 meter per second square. Sorry, 20 meter per second. Is there any change? And initially I only said acceleration means increasing or decreasing. So already it is 20 meter per second. I have not increased the speed of my vehicle. It's same. My hand is not moving. It is 20 meter per second. It was 20 meter per second, and after 5 seconds again it is 20 meter per second. So is there any change in velocity? No change in velocity means acceleration is zero. Acceleration is zero. So these all the physical quantities till now we have learned are linked to one another. So very first physical quantity which we have studied was distance. What is distance? Distance is the actual path covered by an object. Okay. So displacement. Displacement is what? The shortest distance between initial and final position. Shortest distance between initial and final position is called as displacement. Then we have seen speed. Speed is what? It is related to distance. It is depending on distance. Speed is only in speed what? With respect to time we are considering the given time. Okay. So speed is distance covered per unit time is called as speed. So you can find total speed. You can find average speed by getting whether it is uniform or non-uniform motion. Uniform speed or non-uniform speed. Uniform motion means equal distance covered in equal interval of time, and non-uniform motion means unequal distance covered in equal interval of time. Same thing for velocity we have calculated. What it was? Velocity is nothing but change in displacement. It is depending on displacement. Speed is depending on distance and velocity is depending on displacement. So velocity is displacement per unit time. Again we will have uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity. If we are having uniform velocity means what? Equal distance in equal interval of time, and non-uniform means unequal distance in equal interval of time. So in that way we can find its average velocity. Average velocity in the same method, only the change is if we are having changes constantly it is changing. So if you find that the values are constantly same pattern, equal distance in equal interval of time or uniform motion, at that time how to find the average? Initial velocity plus final velocity upon 2. It's average finding. How we find average generally in by using mathematics. So this is the method to find average velocity. Okay, then related to velocity, we have seen acceleration. Acceleration is nothing but change in velocity. Change in velocity with respect to time is called acceleration. So what we have seen, distance and speed, these are scalar quantities. Scalar quantities means what? Quantities which depend only on its magnitude. Means if we give its magnitude amount with its unit, it's satisfied, no other information is needed. If I write 20 kilometer per hour, so you will very quickly say that it is what? Speed, and no other idea we want. Okay, but in particular conditions we need direction. So such quantities are called, having magnitude and direction, are called as vector quantities. So displacement is vector quantity because it is shortest path between initial and final position. So it is moving in a particular direction. This is the original path, and it is going in this particular. It is not going through all the different path. It is going by definite one path, particular direction, particular way, particular path, that is called as displacement. And displacement, from displacement we see velocity, because velocity I already said is depending on displacement. So displacement, velocity is nothing but what? Displacement per unit time. So definitely it will give the direction of displacement. In which direction the object is being displaced, that will be the direction of the velocity. So velocity is also vector quantity, and acceleration is depending on velocity. So velocity is what? Acceleration is what? Change in velocity per unit time. So acceleration depends what will be its direction. So 5 meter per second, or we have taken positive values here, negative and 0. How it comes? When final velocity is greater than initial velocity, then acceleration is positive. If initial velocity is greater than final velocity, then acceleration is negative. And when we are having both the values same, initial and final velocity, then acceleration is 0. So I'll give a simple example here. Negative acceleration. What is that? See. Positive first and then negative. Just imagine how comes negative acceleration. Here. You are going by your bike. Okay, with it's a road. Suppose there is a traffic in between you. So your velocity is, or your speed is 20 kilometer per hour. Then there is plain road, no traffic. Okay, so what? You increased your speed, you accelerated your vehicle, so that it is called as acceleration. 20 kilometer per hour to you raised to 30 kilometer per hour. Okay, so that is positive acceleration. Your negative acceleration, now you are going by 30 kilo. First you was going by 20, then you went by 30 kilo. Then there is a speed breaker coming in between your road. What you will do? You will decrease your acceleration by 30 kilometer to 25 kilometer. So there is decrease in velocity. Decrease in velocity, that is called as negative acceleration, or you can also call it as retardation, or you may call it as deceleration. You may also call it as deceleration. Okay. So here increase in velocity will be positive. Whenever there will be decrease in velocity will be called as negative acceleration, or you may call it as retardation, or you may call it as deceleration. So retardation and deceleration will always have negative value. So you don't have to mention in front of the value negative. So retardation, suppose here its value is coming minus 5 meter per second square. So when I am talking about acceleration, it is negative answer. Its answer is coming negative. So that means it is retardation. It is deceleration, or this is actually negative acceleration. So 5 meter per second square is the retardation. Retardation itself explains that it is negative. No need to show the sign minus. Negative sign, no need there. Because retardation actually means negative acceleration, or deceleration means actually negative acceleration. So during such conditions you don't have to write here minus. Only if you write 5 meter, retardation is 5 meter per second square. So it comes to understand that it is minus 5 meter per second square. So these topics are linked to one another: distance, displacement, speed, velocity, acceleration. So in later topic we'll see now graph, that is very important. For today, thanks children.